We're going to find a comfortable position to relax and just find yourself being around all of your experience. What that means is you don't feel yourself in the body. You don't feel yourself in the room you're in. You don't feel yourself in your thoughts, in your labels, in your roles. It's a single moment of remembrance of the role you came here to play, the energies that you choose to abide through your vessel, the energies you choose to embody for service to others, the energies that you choose to transmute just to be of service to yourself and others. And how there's no gap and no separation in between serving yourself and serving another. Realizing that whatever you give to yourself. Coming back into wholeness, knowing that the outer world is just a reflection of your thoughts about yourself, the thoughts that you have had in this lifetime, the thoughts that you come and bring forth from previous lifetimes, potentialities, manifestations, relationships, dynamics. And how fun it is to see that it was just a reflection of yourself. How fun it is to just remember that you chose to came back, you chose your parents, you chose your friends, you chose your coworkers, everybody choosing each other to create a play of yourself to yourself, to bring everybody home. The remembrance of bringing everybody home. You can play human. You can just choose to take on a personality, to take on conditioning, just for fun. How fun it is to just play being human, play relating to others, when you fully know that what you truly are is the vast awareness beyond any human vessel. When you know that what you truly are is just divine consciousness. When you can see your body as just a tube, things come in, things come out, you eat, you poop, you laugh. Isn't it so funny to see that your body is like a tube and just energies abide and enter from it and out of it, from it and out of it? It's a tool of communication. It's just energies flowing through cells. The thought forms that crystallize became the organs, became the bloodstream, became the causal body, became the subtle body. I remind the new person that entered the room, oh, thank you, to mute the mic so the transmission can be clear. How fun it is to remember that it's just a tube, it's empty. And you allow the energies, the thought forms in your field to pass through your vessel for the portion of the collective you chose to transmute. Any thoughts you may have or may not have of lack, limitation, unworthiness are just the portion of the collective that you chose to transmute. That's not you. You're not even the vessel. Again, it's a tube. How funny. It's a tool of communication. It's a tool for service. And when we know this, any limiting thought form or belief is just what you chose to transmute. You are here in mission. You are here in mission. Remember, don't believe the thought form. Be stronger than the thought form. Abide in your God consciousness, in your infinite multidimensional self, in the vast awareness beyond the human form. And then, how can you best adopt a role that will best serve others? How can you just be exactly what an other person that appears in your field of consciousness out of agreement needs you to be in that moment? how you can morph, shapeshift into the best service that you can give for that person. People can judge, people can get angry, people can get triggered, but you know you're just playing a role. And the best thing you can do is unconditionally love. When you unconditionally love, doesn't matter the judgment that comes at you, doesn't matter the rejection, doesn't matter the seeming disagreement. When you stay in unconditional love, you're holding the space to transmute the collective shadows. What a wonderful gift you have. At the same time, how ordinary you are, just like every other vessel, every other tube. We see each other as tubes of vibrational frequencies and energies. Isn't it funny to take anything we say, do, or act seriously? It's kind of hilarious because nothing has been serious, nothing has been real. You can see yourself in the ethers with your friends, your perceived seeming enemies, the people you haven't forgive, people that you perhaps hold resentment, people that annoy you. You can see yourself with these people just in the ethers laughing and just kind of like eating popcorn, watching the movie and the scenes that plays on earth. It's so fun. But if we choose to remember every moment that when we come here, we are playing a role, all has been agreed before incarnation. Although you have the power to choose, you have free will to choose differently, dissolve agreements, change accordingly, and stay true to yourself. You can go as fast as you can. Nobody's holding you back. Everything in your life, it's a choice. Your bank account is a choice. Your friends are a choice. The service you give is a choice. The place you live is a choice. You are the only one that are placing illusory chains within yourself. If you choose to, you can just choose differently and the reality will shift accordingly. Perhaps there will be some setbacks, some challenges, as the past beliefs will just reflect themselves full force back at you. But if you're strong, courageous enough to just choose differently, they will dissolve out of your field as you will resurrect in Christ consciousness, as you will be embodied in your God divine conscious self. And then the cycle repeats because there's no time, it's always a now in a different paradigm. What paradigm are you choosing? What are you choosing to entertain? What are the thoughts? What are the people that you choose to have in your field? What are the dynamics that you no longer enjoy? What can you shift? What do you feel worthy of? What can you choose today that can make a full-on difference in your timeline? All the power lies within. You've never been a victim. You've never been a victim. It's all your responsibility. As the word says, responsibility, your ability to respond with whatever arises. Whatever arises in the field, you have full-on responsibility to see how you're going to respond to the situation or how any seemingly past conditioning comes up and then the situation was a perfect reflection for the healing that had to happen in the moment. So it's always, always happening as it has to happen. Although you can accelerate it by taking higher choices out of love. When you see fear deep in the eyes and choose differently, you can quantum jump and transcend your karma right on and abide in heavenly realms. It's your choice. Nobody can do it for you. People can inspire it in you. People can be examples, mirrors, inspirations, but nobody can save you but yourself. You gotta choose empowerment. It comes from within. And when enlightenment and empowerment merge as one, there's nothing. There's pure space for love to channel through your vessel and for you to become a conduit of your highest, deepest wound, which is your highest, deepest gift, with the heightened awareness and the transmutation of what brought you the most suffering in this lifetime. Now you have the opportunity to be a space and a mirror for others. How wonderful. Are you willing to face the fear? Are you willing to face the doubt? Are you willing to face rejection, judgment? Are you willing to face loss of love? And all of this are just seeming losses because what loses is the ego, what gains is the spirit, but the human. Is your human just courageous enough, brave enough, rooted in unconditional love enough to face the fear of that right on the ice, the death of the separate self, the death of the ego, and to choose love every moment. You can choose to die to every moment and resurrect at every single second into your Christ consciousness, God consciousness self. It's your choice, but you gotta be fearless. You gotta be comfortable with not knowing. You gotta be comfortable with the unknown. You gotta be comfortable with how is it gonna happen? I may not know, but surrender. And we follow the truth of our hearts with conviction in God consciousness and surrender to whatever appears, staying true to that alignment. When you're willing to die for your truth, you paradoxically start living awake, alive, radiant, in passion, in service, and in love. Are you willing to die for truth? Are you willing to take the role that you're meant to take in this incarnation? Are you willing to cut through any fears and seemingly perceived limitations and just rise above them? Are you willing to let your higher self abide in your body? Are you willing to let go of selfish tendencies so you can be equally selfish and selfless at the same time? And it dissolves into one. And everything that is meant for you will appear out of thin air like magic. You give away everything, but you gain it all back better. Just gotta trust, surrender and trust, surrender and trust. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Stay in this space for as long as it's needed. Enjoy the moment, enjoy what has been received, what hasn't, what has been perhaps triggered, that's okay too. And just for the energy movement to just flow accordingly, for God to do the work. You don't have to do anything. Just let God do the work. We're going to take 5 minutes before coming back. So if you feel comfortable staying in the chair or laying down, for that to be so. For if you need to take some water, go to the bathroom or whatnot. So in 5 minutes, we'll turn the cameras and the mics on, and I'll start sharing what has been alive in my experience the past 2 weeks, which feel like 10,000 lifetimes. And whatever feels inspiring from you guys in that moment, then you're welcome to share too. See you in 5 minutes.